Welcome to Jacksonville, Florida. Today is see who will walk out as champion of the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. Bowl games are not only a reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Florida State's offense will get the first possession of the game. And there's a man who believes he is always open. He carries that swag and that aura of a big-time playmaker, guys.
He's got to catch the football. If you're the quarterback coming into this one, you are looking for this guy early, and David, you're looking for him often.
And this offense better find ways. Jesse, early, often, deep, shallow, get this man the football.
And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. The offense lining up for a first down play. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Defense was prepared, and I'm really impressed by the eye discipline right now. That's not easy to do. It's not easy to locate that receiver coming across in motion with good timing and getting the jet sweep, but they were ready for that play.
Finds a crease at the 20. The expressway is wide open. And what a huge play for this offense after that great run.
There's so many guys on this offense that can hurt you for explosive plays. You saw a huge gain there coming on the ground.
And the defense sort of, at some point, a couple of guys said, yeah, I'm not going to catch him. Let me just coast on in on this one.
You've got to make the first attempt to tackle. If you don't get this guy down on the ground right away, you better have lots of bodies running towards him because he will kill you with the speed.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Handoff from the shotgun. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the first down.
And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The Seminoles want to move quickly. Turning to the running game on first and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
And the defense stopped him again on second and goal. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
Defensively, man, I play so much more man coverage when it gets down near the red zone, down inside the 20-yard line, this area of the field. I got less space to cover. I don't have to worry about them running.
Into the end zone
this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Wilson. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Gators offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And this figures to be just a tremendous matchup of big play receivers, Jesse.
And because of their skills, Reese, you're going to see all types of ways in how they use them, right? They're going to throw it to them. They'll throw screens. They'll get jet sweeps. Get these guys as many touches as you can.
Well, and the good thing is, if you're a defense, you're used to it. You see this guy in practice every day. Now you're seeing another guy that's elite. Which defense can rise to the challenge and get a few stops and maybe nullify the playmaker?
May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. That pressure got to him, and so they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Quickly out to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I love the start for this quarterback. Third down, obviously money down. Got to have success, but to have success early, now it opens up everything. Like, we trust him. He's got a rhythm going. He's feeling good, and he got a lot of confidence.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So he gets stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. On 1st down, here comes this offense. The give is to Williams. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
The Seminoles are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. They're such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
They stop him right on the edge of the red zone. A pickup of 5 to the 20.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
A nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wilson. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off. environment, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
He's off to the races. And he's brought down after a huge completion. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's going to pass. They're trying to get to him. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The Gators are in the hurry up. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Floating away. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Gators are flying down the field. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Might be looking to run. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off the play fake. Throws for the tight end. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Gator! Winding up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Hill. He gets a block. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Knowles. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you can tell who knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
They're just about to boot it away full of energy after housing that last kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And the offense sprung a big-time leak, and the quarterback went down.
And when you're throwing the football, you're trying to stop the best athletes in the world from getting to your quarterback. They're going to get there. They're pinning their ears back, get to the QB, get the sack.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. He's looking to throw it. Getting some heat. Got him downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
David, given the fact that you are a devoted helmet head, I'm not sure that you're aware there are a lot of other festivities around the bowl game. Did you ever experience any of that?
Of course I'm a helmet head. Yeah, spot on.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Green. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth. I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season and throughout your career, and then it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. But another thing, too, I love the swag bags personally. I love getting the gifts.
Yeah, I mean, to me, David, really, it was thinking about the tradition and history of these bowl games. I think that's one of the best things about college football. We're in an era today where bowl games don't matter as much as they did back when you and I played, but it was special to take the field with your guys one more time, but playing in games that had so much history.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Let's see what they've got on second down. Power football with the run. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. The Seminoles in the hurry up. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're facing a third down. Looking to throw it to Uiagalelei. It's complete on the right side. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. And the Noles line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Running it back, it's Hawkins. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Took them a little while to settle into this game, but this offense has it going here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, a little bit of a feeling out process there early, but they seem to have found something. They're going back to the well, and they need to keep that up here on this drive.
Definitely, and they got the momentum going, and once you start getting the momentum going, it's crazy what I've seen in college football. It's so hard to stop it. It takes over, and sometimes it leads to enormous swings.
This defense will try to force a fourth down on third and short from the 45.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Trying to find his man on first down. That's caught. It's Wilson. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And still a few inches short of the sticks as they come to the line for second down. Trying to get to it. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing at tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
He's going to look for a man on third and short. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. Throws to the wideout. He's got it, and they convert. Not a big window, and that throw was money. They've got it at the 30. They convert the fourth down, but back to the line with no time to waste. They'll keep it on the ground. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Pressure coming. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
It is perfect. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Reese, a first half that gave us some riveting moments, not to mention the dramatic and the unexpected. In other words, a fabulous start to the Gator Bowl.
He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And they're trailing on the scoreboard right now, but they are very much in the mix to finish this season with a bowl win.
Yeah, and I think you look at bowl games, sometimes there's a little bit of rust in the first half, and that's what you talk about at halftime. Now, we get the ball, we're down, let's go make a statement to start this second half. We're here, we're ready, we're going to do some damage.
And here's the thing, they're in this bowl game because they're explosive on offense. It takes only one play. There's still lots of football left to be played. If they get this confidence going, they get into a rhythm, watch out.
They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. DB's right up on the receivers. He'll pull it down. Still on his feet at the 45. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a third and long. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Buys a little extra time. Makes his connection. Now with a great opportunity. Got the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Gators will have it 1st and 10. Run in the red zone, it's Johnson.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Makes the catch, it's Webb. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Gators will hustle to the line. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He'll throw it. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Touchdown, Gators! An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. You want to keep your offense on the field? Wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up a touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. They want to run it left here. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Just feeds the running back. The ball pops out. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. And the Seminoles look to keep this drive humming. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads could call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. They go to the ground. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the 1st down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Touchdown Seminoles! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Here's the handoff. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
All right, they showed this in the first half, right? Loaded up, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Come back now, pull some guys, go the other direction, have success. Great job by the coaching staff.
Wants to throw. It's Mertz. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Running through contact. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Grab near the marker. It's Hansen. And he'll run out of bounds, but a much-needed productive play in the passing game.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming. And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in.
Touchdown, Florida! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. You like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football. That last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball players.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And the Seminoles want to pick up the tempo. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. 3rd down and 1, and this is why they call it a gut check. Tosses to the quarterback. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but
they snap it to the up end. He'll try to run for it. And he breaks into the open.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped gets it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
Now on second down. Dropping back, it's Uiagalelei. Setting up the screen. On the move at the 30. Oh, look out, there he goes. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth-quarter lead. With jet sweep pass. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Quarterback wedging it in there on the quarterback sneak. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on fourth and goal. They'll try to blast their way in. Touchdown, Florida State! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
What a great job by this offense. Listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to give me a stop.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wilson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Lets it fly. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
Looking for a gap. It's Toafili. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. They'll give it to him again. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that.
Friend, you'd have to expect another run here on second and 6. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Quick time for their offense. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. The Noles moving quickly to the line. They'll go to the ground. able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Uiagalelei. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. The give to the tailback. And he's brought down after a nice gain. So close to cashing it in for this offense. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to the port city of Mobile, Alabama, here at Hancock-Whitney Stadium for what ought to be a terrific matchup in the 68th Ventures Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the Florida State Seminoles offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. And as we look out on the field, here comes the man who makes it all go, and that's this quarterback.
Yeah, and he's big time. That's why he's up for all these awards. He's known. Everybody knows exactly what he brings to the table. He can run it. He can throw it. They're expecting a big day from this young fella.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Jet sweep to the receiver. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there's so many festivities surrounding it. Jesse, what do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and you had functions, you get to visit a brand new city, generally in warm weather, you get to meet the other team, there's some friendly competition. The biggest thing that stands out to me, though, was a street brawl against the Miami Hurricanes Bourbon Street getting ready for the Sugar Bowl, about 120 deep. Hard to forget that.
That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The Seminoles will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Makes a move. Dances away again. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So Alabama's offense will go to work for the first time today. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back. And this defensive end can put him there often.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second half.
Hands it off. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Well, that didn't bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
They'll use the jet sweep to try to convert here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that is how you stop the jet sweep if you're on defense. You get penetration up front. Yeah, they're going to try to outflank you, but they can't do anything about it if you got dudes up front winning one-on-one.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires. And the incomplete pass turns the ball over on downs. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
He'll run it again. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The Seminoles racing to the line in the hurry-up. Oh, he tosses it back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had... Oh, the fake! They snapped it to the up man. He's on the move. They weren't fooled for a minute. He is nowhere close to the first down, and they'll turn it over.
Well, that play's going to backfire in their face. They obviously thought they had the look necessary to go and execute that fake punt, but the defense, they were expecting it.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The offense in hurry-up mode. Back to pass. It's Milroe coming after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll try it over the left side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are.
Intercepted. Couldn't find much room on the return, but what a costly miscue, and they've got it at the 26-yard line. First down for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll try the run. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They'll try to run for it. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it there.
So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
A first down run in the red zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drop.
To the ground. He's got it again. Still on his feet. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. On the run, it's Tuafili. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. To the air. It's Uiagalelei. He looks that one in nicely. They get him down after he makes the catch.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to third down. Third down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on third down, I still got that fourth down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
Finds his man. It's Lee. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Noles come to the line in the hurry-up. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Jukes his way for more. Inside the 30. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles.
And man, Man, that play looked a little bit too easy. Fourth down, big situation. You got to get up on these receivers and make it difficult. He gets the football right away, gets all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Bernard. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
But just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Jet sweep headed to the edge. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and the number one thing you want to do with a jet sweep is make that thing bounce, right? Don't let it get outside right now. Make that thing go east-west, not north-south. Great job by the defense being ready for that jet sweep.
Feeling some heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. On fourth down, going to the air. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. The Crimson Tide. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Not just so you get to make a big play on defense, but it's also a TFL, tackle for loss. Doesn't get better than that.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Milroe. Moving out of the pocket. He'll fire to his right. Picked off. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense. Line gets set. First down. They'll leave it with him. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
They believe they can run right here. He's there to make the stop. And the Seminoles want to crank the tempo. The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. You could tell he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. And it's no good. He missed it. Cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has...
Going downfield for the big play. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. That big play really has them in business. It's 1st and 10 from the 11. The give to the lone running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, you're in the red zone. You bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting to run on that. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. On the move to his left. He caught it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
And I like what the quarterback did to finish the run. He buys a little bit of time, scrambles out to his left, and as a right-handed quarterback, you really understand you got to square those.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown tie.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone and he's knocked down at the 10. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
Well, you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul.
He wants to go deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And that is a heck of a play by that defender knocking that ball away, David. It looked like that had explosive play at minimum, touchdown written all over it. He was able to show the catch-up speed.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And that's a really unique situation to run the flea flicker, David. I was caught off guard, too. I think normally you run that on 1st or 2nd down. There they went on 3rd down instead of just throwing it conventionally, and I wonder if they wish they would have called something else.
Well, because usually 3rd down, I'm thinking pass, right? So I'm not really biting on that run fake. It's not as big of a priority. Like 1st down, 2nd down to me is a better opportunity to run those, but at least it didn't turn into an interception or a bad play for this offense, just an incompletion.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Fast motion from the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Bama. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll bring it out. It's Hill. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air on 1st down. Get it out on the screen. They make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Reese, talk about an edge-of-your-seat type first half, or as they call it there in Mobile, just another typical 68 Ventures Bowl.
And the Seminoles will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes that Alabama offense. They more than got the job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game, don't get distracted and finish the deal here in the second half.
I mean, love the way they came out. They had all that time off, didn't look rusty at all, came out with the foot on the accelerator, looked really, really good. Palmer, just more of the same here in the second half.
I agree, and if you're on that sideline right now, now's not the time to be thinking about the off-season, your strength program, what classes you're taking in the spring. You need to focus on finishing this game and punctuating the season.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. It'll be third and short from their own 33. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
That's a really good-looking throw there. And I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every time we played the Seminoles and Chris Swanky, of course, would go on to win a Heisman Trophy, we knew that we were going to have to be executing at a high level. This guy right here, when he gets going and he gets into a groove, he just does not miss. He is able to light up the scoreboard for the Seminoles.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Noles headed quickly to the line. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't full. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now, and you're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball, I think this offense is going to have to be aggressive the rest of the game.
Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. 4th and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. Barges ahead. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. Fights off a defender. Follows a good block there, picks up 3s out to the 9.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Quick pass on the jet motion. shakes off the tackle. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together.
And the pass is intercepted. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Yeah, and linebackers have to do a really good job of playing the run, but you can see sitting back in cover two, understanding I got to get my zone, get my eyes on the QB, break on the football. Nice play by that linebacker. Nice pick.
Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a 1st and goal. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Law. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Alabama! PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. He'll bring it out. It's Green. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all over the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
And the pass hits, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
You've just seen in this game, the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. The running back has it. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. They go right back to him. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Alabama quickly back to the line. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense isn't quitting. They're obviously down big here in the 4th quarter with just a little bit of time left. Obviously, it'll take a Herculean effort to come back, but could that interception be the spark that ignites this team?
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. The Seminoles will keep this drive going. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Didn't get much on the return, but what a huge play, and they are in business at the 24. A 1st down for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. They're working that left side. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. The Seminoles are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. Quick tempo here for the offense. Plows through the defense. Just outstanding vision from the young freshman on that run. The Seminoles want to move quickly. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. And the Noles have moved it inside the 20. The give is to Williams. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And they'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on 3rd and goal. They'll put the tight end in motion. Trying to make their way to the promised land on 3rd and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and on 3rd and goal, they're saying, hey, we're still going to try to power this football and run it. Obviously haven't had success. Now getting to 4th and goal. Now it's a situation, do I kick the field goal? Do I feel comfortable running the football? Or do I need to throw this thing?
And I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the 4th quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
On the run, fires downfield. He's got an open man. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Scrambling away. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. Sometimes you're just too open. Offense gets set for 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Caught over the middle. It's long. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Extending the play. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. Running back goes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Looking for the score. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they're going to need to clean up.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.